So you lean into these relationships instead of leaning into lust. And then you begin to be able to pull away from lust as that boo-boo mommy that helps you medicate your emotions. And you begin to mature as a man, say, you know what, it's okay to feel hurt or frustrated or rejected. It's just a feeling. It's not truth. It'll go away. No feeling ever stays forever. I hope you're enjoying a conversation on lust-free living. Every man needs to be walking lust-free, having a lifestyle of being lust-free. And you can be a solution for the men you know by opening your home, your church, online friends, and walk them through this DVD and this book course. You can help so many men you know. And the younger men as well could use the mentoring and have a safe place for mature men to mentor them and say, hey, yes, we understand. This is part of being a man. This is part of being a Christian. These are the tools you use. This is how you can win the battle. They need men to step in where perverseness has already set root in their lives. Now, one of the areas lust will attack you in is in your emotions. It's not uncommon that most of us have had no emotional training. So when we have emotions, especially those big emotions, we in the past could have run to lust, pornography, fantasy to medicate or to mitigate the emotional stress or pain we were experiencing at the moment. In the lust-free living materials, we call that E-zones or emotional zones. These can be painful emotions like rejection. No man wants to be rejected, especially by his wife, right? Stress, anxiety, fear, anger, despair, hopelessness, and a whole plethora of possibilities of hitting an emotional zone. And you don't know what to do when these hit you hard. It feels like it's overwhelming for you. Well, in a lust-free living group, you would reach out and share with the man what is going on with your emotions. As soon as they start kind of coming on you, you can share that with someone and the emotions can dissipate. And sometimes they just totally evaporate. So you lean into these relationships instead of leaning into lust. And then you begin to be able to pull away from lust as that boo-boo mommy that helps you medicate your emotions. And you begin to mature as a man, say, you know what, it's okay to feel hurt or frustrated or rejected. It's just a feeling. It's not truth. It'll go away. No feeling ever stays forever. Okay, just imagine, you've had billions of feelings and they all left. And you don't remember 99.9% of them. Now, you might be triggered emotionally by something from your past. You see a boy being bullied or yelled at by his parents, and you can have a strong emotion that can put you into an emotional E-zone. And that can be difficult for you when you have those situations. It can even be an emotion of celebration or entitlement after an accomplishment that in the past you used to justify lusting after women, God's daughters, or getting into porn or having some other sexualized ritual that God doesn't want you to have. Now, sometimes that emotional trigger can put you into that E-zone. It can be an external trigger. It can be outside of you. You see a woman and you sexualize her, and whammo, you're in an emotional state. A woman can smile and you get triggered because you sexualize this. Some men even are addicted to intrigue with women. We have a whole DVD on that, where they kind of go for those little hits that women give them and getting attention and validation from women all the time. They even sometimes have a little intrigue harem that they kind of groom around. And the intrigue addiction will help you, if that's your issue, get that DVD. Now, whether this is an internal trigger, like the emotions that are inside from your past or even in your present relationships that are frustrating you, overwhelming you, or if it's an external trigger, the images, even the stuff on the computer, you could be reading news and all of a sudden, there's a bathing suit or something worse, right? An external trigger throwing you into this emotional state that you have yet to master. And once you identify these these emotional states. And there's a great book called Emotional Fitness that can also help you master your emotions. No matter where they're coming from, you can learn how to master them. And this is part of maturing, all right? In lust-free living, you learn to start processing that with your men. But also, if this is generally a big issue for you, you don't know how to share your emotions, get Emotional Fitness. It's like From Challenge to Champion in 60 Days. It's a great book. A lot of men have been really helped by that, and women as well. Now, emotions for men are a big deal. Most of the men I know who struggle with lust, porn, or sex addiction, who relapse, it's because of their inability to manage that strong emotion at that moment. They also relapse because they have not built a team, or at that moment, they did not utilize that team. They did it on their own. They did it their way. They went rogue, okay? They went Lone Ranger and they got shot. Even on a practical level, if you're going into a stimulus-rich environment like a college campus, a mall, a beach, a pool, or a gym, where women are exposing more of their bodies, well, if you have a lust-free living team or an accountability partner, you can do what we call bookend that situation with accountability and make plans for if you get hit into an emotional zone. You call it the beginning. Before you go into the destination, wherever this destination is, you let someone know, hey, I'm going into this zone here where there's going to be a lot of stimulation. And at the end of it, so you can tell how you did, and that you're committing to call if you start really getting triggered by something externally. Now, once you have a team, you can create a safety net for around this lust issue that you have in your life. You no longer feel alone, and you don't have to feel hopeless that you're going to give in to this temptation or to have to lust after someone today. You can see younger women as sisters, older women as mothers, and in your heart, see them as daughters of God with great value to God. Remember, He does see your thoughts and your heart, and if He sees you trying, that alone makes Him proud of you, that you're fighting your flesh so that you can be lust-free. All of these decades of people I've seen walk free, learn how to walk in the Spirit, walk towards women in a good way, see them as from a pure place. They can see the beauty because it reflects God. They don't try to sexualize it in their mind or heart. And so this is what can be yours if you do the lust-free living. You never have to stay in a lifestyle of lust again. Christ has died and it is finished.